did was he fed in the best way I've ever seen in a game. He's saying, okay, I don't want to let you have your large camp. It's really important because then you get these really strong creeps. So he says, knowing that Save had already placed his sentry, he buys time and he puts a sentry right before he dies. That way, when it's the 1 minute mark, he is good to go 100%. The camp is blocked. That's not going to spawn. It seems like all he did was give first blood to his opponents, but what he accomplished was really good because normally Save would just say, okay, you're done, whatever, I'm going to go get a different big creep. But if you look at the jungle, they had already placed 2 sentries before the rune spawns to block out their large camp and their medium camp. Medium camps have a chance to spawn centaurs. There's a centaur here, which is a little bit lucky, but centaurs do not have AoE damage. They just are a right clicker with a stun, basically. So they don't actually accelerate Save. Normally in this time period, he would be accelerating his farm, grab a Wildkin, a Satyr Creep, a Hellbear Smasher. He would clear camps and get some acceleration. So what Phoenix does is he then says, okay, you're not getting that camp back, so he dewards it again. Also, in the meantime, Monkey King moves over, body blocks the large camp again, further removing their ability. I gotta remember how to, I'm sorry, X, there we go. Gotta remember how to remove that. He body blocks that, so Save still doesn't have a large camp. He moves over, he finally takes a centaur, and now he's like, maybe I'm gonna gank mid, because this is the other goal of having a large creep here. It's pretty close to the safe lane, and it's pretty close to mid lane. You can pick and choose, right? But instead, with the centaur, he's maybe thinking about ganking, but they have this ward here as well. That's going to spot most of Enchantress's rotations that could come fresh in the mid lane. And Enchantress rotation with a Razor versus Viper is really, really scary, frankly, if it does end up coming. So he finds a Hellbear Smasher finally, but keep in mind, he's only level 2. This only lasts for 30 seconds. That gives him a much smaller window to potentially gank. And because these waves are pushed out, he can't gank right now. It wouldn't be viable for him to do this. So again, he dewards the camp. He's like, I really, really need this large camp. Moves over, dewards the large camp, and what does Phoenix do? He says, nope, sorry, I'm gonna body block this one again. So he again moves over, body blocks it. His sentry comes, he blocks it another time. And there's that medium camp respawning. It was lucky it was a centaur, but now it's just medium small things. And he even takes the time to put another ward in the same spot. It's like we're watching an open AI game. So this basically just puts Save in a really weird spot. He gets a Wildkin creep, and yeah, he can harass his opponents with it, but he really wishes he had a nuke. Some way to like really affect the lane in a positive way that he doesn't end up getting. He ends up ganking the mid lane with a Dark Troll that he steals from the enemy stack, but watch this little mistake here. They're going for Carl, they see him coming, and watch the body block that Save accidentally does here. GBK trying to wrap around like this to get initiation, gets body blocked a few times, and finally when he moves in, he still doesn't even get his static link off. So they put Save behind, he dies in the first 2 rotations that he attempts to get kills in, and then in the late game, Enchant is not the same hero. So absolute amazing early game takedown against the Enchantress by T1.